is a resort town in Otago, in the southwest of New Zealand's South Island. It has an urban population of 15,800 as of June 2022. The town is built around an inlet called Queenstown Bay on Lake Wakatipu, a long, thin, U-shaped lake formed by glacial processes, and has views of nearby mountains. Such as the Remarkables, Cecil Peak, Walter Peak, and just above the town, Coronet Peak. Coronet Peak is one of New Zealand's most popular ski resorts, due to varied terrain and quality facilities, offering to high-speed 6-seater chairlifts and a high-speed beginner chairlift. Queenstown is known for its commerce-oriented tourism, especially adventure and ski tourism. Let's listen to some skiing tips from the expert.
Fly above the skiing, right? Go and turn left. I should feel that big toe drive into the side of my boot. I should feel my heel push out. That little toe drive into my boot. I should feel my heel push out. Of course, if I turn right, it'll be the opposite. Now, there is no leaning. I'm not gonna lie to you, there is leaning later on, kind of, what we call weight change. But when we are doing shallow turns like this, there's so little pressure change that it should effectively be 50-50. You shouldn't even notice it. All the steering is done by literally steering your legs. If I was to go down here, turn left, drives in, and I'm doing both legs, right? I'm going to steer both legs. Because if I only steer one leg, what happens? You need to step both. If you want to get that as well.
Another recreational and competitive activity that involves descending a snow-covered surface while standing on a snowboard is called snowboarding. Snowboarding was developed in the United States, inspired by skateboarding, sledding, surfing, and skiing. Let's hear some tricks on snowboarding.
Fold it over. When down here, you're going to lose a lot of control. You're not going to be able to control your speed. You're just going to start going real fast. So I was nice and stood up. And what I did was, as I pulled my toes up to help myself out a little bit, I pretended I was starting to sit down in a chair. But I didn't go too far because there's only so far I can go before that bad posture starts coming in and my butt sticks out and my shoulders rest forwards. Okay? So toes up and pretend to sit down. Feel that weight build in your heels, digging that edge in. That slows you down. And when you want to start moving again, you kind of stand up from that imaginary chair, and your toes start to sink down again a little bit. And then you start to move this one. One more thing you can do, you can take your calf and lean it into the back of the boot, in the high back of the binding. That's another thing that can help you get your toes up. Because that really starts to straighten your knee out. So you can only use that a little bit, the knees always have to stay bent. If you go straight legs, that's falling backwards territory. Cool. Any other questions? Obviously, I'm going to help you all get started, and then when you're confident, I'll let you go by yourself. When you get to the bottom, come straight back up the carpet, rejoin the line again. All right?
Otago, in the South Island of New Zealand. The mountains were named the Remarkables by Alexander Garvey in 1857–58, allegedly because they are one of only two mountain ranges in the world which run directly north to south. Located on the southeastern shore of Lake Wakatipu, the range lives up to its name by rising sharply to create a remarkable backdrop for the waters. The range is clearly visible from the nearby town of Queenstown. During the winter months, the remarkable ski field has skiing and other winter activities. The ski area has 3 mountain bowls covering 540 acres with 8 lifts, which is for chairlifts, and for magic carpets. An ice bar, sometimes associated with an ice hotel, is a drinking establishment primarily made of ice. The bars usually contain ice sculptures and other formations, and are kept at low temperatures, generally about 5 degrees Celsius, to hinder melting. The walls and seating are also usually made of ice. The ice bar is usually located in colder regions around the world, as it is easier to keep the ice stable in frigid temperatures. Ice bars originated in Jukkasjärvi, Sweden in 1994. Glenorchy is a small settlement at the northern end of Lake Wakatipu in the South Island region of Otago. It is approximately 45 kilometers 28 miles by road or boat from Queenstown, the nearest large town. There are 2 pubs, a cafe and a range of small shops in the town, catering mainly to tourists, but also to the small resident population. There is also a small airstrip which caters to small planes. Glenorchy was named after Glenorchy, a valley in Argyll, Scotland. Glenorchy settlement had a population of 318 at the 2018 New Zealand census. The local scenery was used as one of the settings in the first of Peter Jackson's The Fellowship of the Ring 2001, the first film in his Lord of the Rings series.
You can see Sam, Frodo and Gollum. Now in the background here, there's a mountain range. That is that mountain range there.
Yes.
Now, In the movie, it makes it out like this scene is actually shot way over here, and they come sneaking through the scrub, and they kind of peer out off this ledge here, guys. But actually, in real life, the location where they shot this is down
Just right
here.
here.
So there's a little trail through here, there's another one over there, there's another one over there, and they all head down towards a circular tuft of grass there with a little black manuka poking right out the middle of it. That's actually the GPS location here where they shot the scene. Now, if they were, say, like the movie made out, shot the scene well over here, this ridge line you just see around about sort of 35-40 metres that way would cut the mountain range out here. You wouldn't see the whole mountain range from start to finish. But that's why that is the actual location. And obviously, yeah, people for the last 23 odd years have been coming out here on little pilgrimages, trying to find these locations. They're out here with their GPSs, they find the signal, and they get the spot, and they all kind of wander down to there, and then they kind of like circles around it and have a meltdown because they're at the spot. So, the next scene I'm going to show you here, guys, is this one here in the movie. And this scene here is actually a bit of a behind the scenes shot, and it's a little bit grainy, but that's just the way life was back in the filming. But you can see here, over there, that is that hill there.
Yeah.
And you can see Sam and Frodo and the camera system's doing a point of view shot, and they actually literally lay on the ground right here where we're standing.
Yep.
So some would say this is almost sacred zone. Now if you were to have a look around here and say pick up something like this, there's a good chance that this rock has been touched by a hobbit called Frodo Baggins. So if you do want to collect a little Middle Earth rock, now's your time, put it in your pocket. I won't say anything, because you never know, you might be somewhere hanging out with a bunch of nerds one day and someone's just like, anyone got any Middle Earth rocks around here? Yes. Like, I do. Right here. Put it on the top of your sock drawer or something, you know. Anyway, guys, yeah, quite a cool shot here with Sean Astin and Elijah Wood. And who are all these hard-working guys in the background. But yeah, the scenes out here are absolutely magnificent. And the beauty of The Lord of the Rings is that it was filmed out here in nature. So you're probably looking at this and okay, so what we do is use this mountain range here in the background. That peak there is the back end of that peak up there. That is called Mount Earnslaw. Now that's the big mountain range that we saw back from Dennis Park and the big glaciers on the other side. So it's up into that mountain where they thought the seeds were going to be and picked up the ground and then over the snow. Now, this here, guys, the set itself for Isengard was actually built as a 2 square metre model. It wasn't built out here as a 500 metre high tower at all. They'd probably still be building if that was the case. I think it's like quite a long time here. They put some big cameras around it. They did a bunch of filming. And they got all the mountains here together and they condensed them all together to create this. It actually was the mastermind of doing actually moving mountains around. This set was great. Actually change the mountains once again. All these to make the scene fit exactly how Tolkien wanted it to make happen. Walking through the gardens of Isengard. Now down here, there are all these trees here. They're not native. This is actually Harcourt's Park in Upper Hutt, just out of Wellington, where they filmed the scene, and they used the guy down there, dropping down, Aragorn and their fellowship and the hobbits entering into the forest of Lothlorien. Now in the movie, wasn't a huge, big part of the movie, but also more along the lines, a very pivotal part of the movie, because that's where they met up with Galadriel. And, and that's when things definitely did start to change for the filming of The Lord of the Rings. Now in the scene here, you can see lovely golden leaves to the forest floor. And the reason why they made them nice and golden in the movie, because they really wanted to resemble Tolkien's descriptions from the books. But having a look around here, yeah, it's almost one. Here we go. Not enough though to actually achieve the scenes that they wanted. So at the time, during the filming of The Lord of the Rings, they were developing groundbreaking software. And one of these softwares was the ability to be able to take a textured surface like the leaves on the forest floor, and enhance the leaves, but yet leave all the other images and